Hello and welcome back to episode 6 of our FC Pripyat series, and it has all changed for the better, as you can clearly see. As you know, the 16 teams in this competition, we are 12th. That was our aim at the start of the season. Let me quickly show you the league itself. Look at that. Look at that. Is there a way? I think there is a way, isn't there? I can see where, look, yeah, so it is the first time since the second week that we are out of the relegation zone. No, sorry, third. The third week when we lost to FC Zerka Kropi Choppy Chopolov, that we are now, so we're now there, 12th. If this stays as a straight line for the rest of the season, that's me happy as a pig in sugar. Goal difference is still terrible. Now the actual worst in the league. But we changed things up. And we changed things up for the better. I'll show you the tactics first. This is... Okay, so if you go back to the first episode, you'll see that we actually started the season. The team had no central midfielders. And now I'm starting to think that was for a reason. It's because this formation has proved a revelation. It has invigorated the team. There's chemistry finally, and we have put in some phenomenal performances against some really formidable opponents, and which I'll show you now. Look at this. So we left things here, didn't we? We drew away 2-2 away from home, and it was only when I played Dnipro that I changed formation, because I played against Hernik. I was always going to expect to lose that, and they absolutely dominated us. We were awful, weren't even at the races. But Agro Business, Volosik, I was thinking to myself, this is the first team where we've got a genuine chance to actually break our away duck. And I think we were even worse than we were at Hernik. So I thought, that's it. That is apt. I can't even begin to describe just how angry I was at this point. I just basically, I knew that if I was still going down this path and sticking with the same tried and tested formation, that it was never going to get better. As they say, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again, and expecting different results. So what we did, we threw it completely out the window and changed this formation. So it's 4-1-5 or 4-1-4-1. Attacking, much shorter spaces, whip crosses. Askinikov also came back, and I brought him in. I think the first time he was I can't remember now. I'm gonna have to quickly check. I think did he start? He did. Yeah, he started against Dnipro and scored. And for me, that was like, right. So you've now proved that you're back in the team, son. So yeah, he then scored again when we beat Mykolaiv 1-2-1. Kondrachuk, who was our 39-year-old Zimmer frame player, came up and scored as well, and we bossed it. We absolutely bossed it. And then finally, after our 4-1 drubbing, it proves that this formation is completely chalk and cheese, because we won again. So that's 3 wins on the bounce, and those 3 wins on the bounce have taken us out of the relegation zone. So yeah, absolutely made up at the moment. Of course, we know that it would by no means safe, but a tricky away fixture to Oblast, which we're about to do as well. But hopefully you're going to see this this formation now in action. Meerkat suspended for this one, so we'll bring in he's always his understudy, which is Kotchikov. We'll play it like that instead, I think. Is that going to be the right thing to do? No, leave it like that. Leave it as it was. Medvedev is going to be replaced soon. I'll just quickly show you before we start. I've actually got 2 players joining us in January. The transfer window's closed at the moment. In fact, one thing just to announce, which I found quite weird, and I've never been used to before actually, is after these 3 games, we've got December, January and February off, and most of March. So I think we're going to... For me, that throws things wide open again, because everyone's fitness levels will be completely down. But I might do a January transfer special where we cover everything off. Maybe do a... I mean, it's not halfway through, but it'll probably be a good time to have a look at where we sit in the league at that point, our expectations, kind of statistics, who's done the best, who's been a disappointment, that kind of thing. So yeah, Eugene Daynenko is the first player we've brought in. He's a goalkeeper. He's going to replace our current goalkeeper because, as you know, I have had a slight aggravation towards 25-yard shots on goal that go in all the time, free kicks that go in all the time, and all I can now do is put it down to the goalkeeper. So very much an improvement if we go and just do a quick comparison with there he is with Vladimir Grebenyuk. Better shot stopping, better distribution, aerials a little bit worse, eccentricity I've never really understood the value in that, communications better. He's not got any mental stats whatsoever, but I think that's because we haven't really finished scouting him. So speed is unknown as well. Physically better as well. So yeah, I'm hoping he's going to be a dramatic upgrade, and we're going to see the benefit from his presence in the team. 38k. I know he's 33, but again, for a goalkeeper, that doesn't really matter too much. And we've actually brought ourselves in a wing back. Now, Oleg Sinyagub actually played for Ingulets 2, but they're actually the reserve team of Ingulets, who are actually how do I show his history of where he's played? Oh no, sorry, it's because I'm on the history of the club, not the player. Here he is. If we go to his history, so Ingulev Petrov, he's never played in a higher division than this, but Ingulets Petrov are actually in our division. They're obviously up there trying to push for promotion. But yeah, we've managed to nip one of their fullbacks, wingbacks from there, and he's joined us at the start of January, which is really good because wingbacks and stuff and the like are really hard to come by. So yeah, pleased. But anyway, let's carry on. There's not much else to really report at the moment. We've got nothing to lose, so let's just do it. Everyone's been playing quite well. Obviously, Meerkat is just constantly getting yellow cards, and it's four yellow cards for a suspension. Oh God, nearly straight away. Yeah, four yellow cards in this competition get you. What has happened to what's happened here? Oh, do you know what it was? And I don't know whether it's going to come out on the video or not, but I accidentally just minimised my screen a little bit, so I'm going to have to sort that out real quick. Obviously, it doesn't matter too much because it's really what happens on the pitch, which is important. And it comes across and it's 1-0! It's 1-0, and it's the understudy, Kontrachuk, who is actually here playing and starting this game because Meerkat's suspended. So now it's given me something to think about whether that's actually become. Let me just pause it a second and fix this. Whether that actually is going to be a deciding factor in my choice next for the next game as well. But obviously Meerkat is one of those that we know that he's literally the best player on the pitch. So at least via attributes, if you know what I mean. Let's make that a bit bigger. Oh no, let's not bother. Let's just keep it like that. I don't really want player ratings there. There isn't really anything here that I can put. Is that well? Yeah. Okay, we'll do that. Man, I've really not. That's far too big, isn't it? Okay, yeah, that sort of works, but I swear you used to get the ratings. Yeah, you do. I want the ratings in, at least. This needs to come across way more here. That's about right, isn't it? Man, I didn't realise how much it messed up if you accidentally minimise your screen and stuff. Why do you keep coming across now? Just stay there. That's annoying me. I'm going to have to fix that. Change that to proper overview. Move that down. Move it down more. Move it down more. Move it up. Okay. Yeah, how was that? That was entertaining to watch, wasn't it? But look, we're actually up to 11th. I sounded like Sylvester then, didn't I? 11th. Yeah. I can't believe what a change in formation actually does. If anyone's interested, I'll happily export a copy and you can play around with it. Excellent, boys. Well done. Some good half-time ratings as well. Anyone dead? Shevchuk. We've actually got. Is he on the bench? He's not. But we've actually got a pretty good 17-year-old centre back who is pretty much already on par with my first teamers, and I'll show you him after this game. And to be honest, I'm half tempted to start him next game as well, because now we're actually in a bit of good form. I know it's one of those things where if you're superstitious, you should never change a winning formula. But let's face it, that these guys haven't got the fitness levels to play Saturday, Tuesday. And they're going to be a due rest anyway, so I feel like this is probably a good opportunity to actually experiment a little bit as well. Can't believe we're still winning. This could be 4 wins on the bounce. Let's do that. Yeah, we'll do that. 4 wins on the bounce. Come on, boys, keep it going. No. Nothing wrong with that, ref. He's going to get sent off again. This is the second video in which Stroitel's been sent off, and don't attack me too hard, but we're going to that. We're going to have to play without a registered striker, and we're going to change that to very defensive. And of course, as soon as I do that, we've got no one to feed the ball up to, so let's just hold on to it, boys. Play for territory. Just play. I don't know who you're going to pass that to, mate. Find someone. Kitchen's there. Oh, yes, Rosicki! That's in! We've just scored with 10 men without a striker on the pitch. I can't believe how much we've turned our season around. Pripyat are on the map, and not for the obvious reasons. Devastating and all that. But we're now bringing some optimism back. Oh, sugar. But now we are actually bringing some optimism back to the area. Get in. Just. Yep, that'll do. Ref. Don't know why I sound like a dog. Ref. Perfect. Anyone who plays Foot Manager and really gets into it must surely be able to appreciate the relief you get when this kind of thing happens, where you can actually turn your fortunes around, because it is an emotional game, especially when you get that invested in things. So good on you, boys. Stroitel, I find you 2 weeks last time you got sent off. I'm doing the same thing again. How can you find it unfair this time? Because you are costing us, because you are our best defensive midfielder. This formation solely relies on a really good halfback to just mop everything up, and that's what this guy does. And I think these guys are pretty rare at this level. Great tackling, teamwork, etc. But my God, man, decisions is like a 1 realistically. Aggression, that's got to be a 20. That's got to be a lie. So right, good. We've not got long to go. It's a week in between, and we're playing Avant-Garde Kramatorsk in the league, and they're first, but we're playing them at home. Now this is the best test we've got for this formation. If we can get a result, then it might not be this season, but next season we are surely going to be looking at something pretty special, and then I may have aspirations to actually get us out of this division. Just a quick one on finances. I am now getting very close to my wage budget. The reason this has gone up is because I've completely made this zero. As you can see, the original wage budget was 146k. It was actually 200, and then we've actually gone from 70% transfer revenue down to 30% because I've had to spend like a madman to get some half decent players through the door. Because you have to buy them radiation suits, Hazchem stuff, masks. You have to get them to go to hospital every 4 weeks to test their cells, see if anything cancerous has come from obviously the exposure to radiation. So yeah, it's expensive to run this football club. And then also on top of that, we've got a lot of heavier wages now as well. But they're good players. Obviously, Gunchak was one of the first ones. I'm slightly starting to regret. But to be fair, he's 39. Look, his stats are actually going up. So, well, some of them are. His strength's not. He's getting weak. He's getting frail. It's almost like certain radiation things are affecting him, and he's becoming weak and frail. And you shouldn't really joke about that. But you know, it's a Chernobyl series, so let's just say there's an elephant in the room. There's a very elephant foot in the room. There's a bit more of a niche. A niche joke within that as well. It's been nearly 30 years, so I think, you know, it's time we can actually address it. Right, I'll leave it there before I get myself in any further trouble, and I'll pick you up with the next game. Right, here we go. We are about to play first in the league, Avant-Garde Kramatorsk. Before we literally push the submit team button, though, I've already made the changes. Gunchak, who again, you know, is our 39-year-old assistant manager. Sometimes I get distracted by the green arrows, sorry. But also this guy, Viktor Berezovsky, is our 17-year-old defender, centre defender. Look at these stats. Look at the potential ability, everything, temperament, professionalism. Could be a future captain with his 5 leadership, maybe not. But yeah, he's getting to get his league debut today against top of the league. So that's the faith I have in this boy. He's come on leaps and bounds. I keep getting updates from the coaches to say how much progress he's making. So yeah, I think now is as good a time as ever to bring him in. So we'll kick off. Ashkenikov is starting, but Martinuk might make an appearance. He's not said anything yet in terms of being upset that he's not playing now, but he may do, because obviously he's our top goal scorer. He has got a better, higher average rating as well. But you know, we're very fortunate that we've got 2 good strikers. They're the only things that during our slump that actually kept us somewhat in contention to not just be languishing at the bottom of the division. And now it's starting to pay dividends, because this team's actually now starting to play a lot more cohesively after changing the formation. I mean, just look at this. Look at the way we're spraying the ball about. We're getting them all over the place. We've scored. Askinov has scored 1-0 against top of the league. You'd have told me that a month ago, I would have laughed in your face, because yeah, it's 1-1. The amount of times we've been pegged back immediately. But let's be fair here. They are top of the league. We're sticking to our guns. And see, this is what I mean. This is what I mean about this crap goalkeeper. Like, a competent goalkeeper would have saved that, but apparently not the keeper. And I bought him as well, so I'm definitely to blame. Well, that's good enough. Oh my god, we're getting so unlucky at times. He's not offside. Why didn't you carry on pressing then? You weren't offside, boy. Ah, 3-1. That deflection as well was horrendous. But because of how good it's been, I don't feel like I should be changing anything. Even if we get absolutely walloped in this game, it doesn't change my faith in this formation that has already given us half a chance of staying in the division. Ball comes across. Oh, Meerkat, you should have put that away, boy. You should have put that away. Ball comes across. See, we are having chances here. We actually are going toe-to-toe with them. The difference is they've got players that are putting their chances away, and we haven't. I think if we pause this, we can tell our players to show some passion, which has worked. We'll score now. I can feel it. Ball comes across. Kirchik again. Ball. Still ball. No. And it's a goal kick because it comes off our player. I'm just going to slow it down slightly because it's getting a bit... The frames... I don't know whether it's just my screen and whether it'll come out like it on the video, but it was a bit blurry in times then as well. Or maybe it's because I've been playing Foot Manager for a little while now, and it could be my eyesight going. Medvedev puts the ball across. Penalty! Okay. Okay. Who's going to take it? Is it Meerkat? No, it's Askinonov. Oh, I thought the keeper had saved that. Absolutely blasted it at him. Good work, boys. Good work. I probably should have told Berezovsky, my new centre-back, at the start of the game that, you know, I've got faith or no pressure or something. I'm going to tell them they're not doing too badly at all. That one never seems to work, though. You, my friend, no pressure. There we go. See? Relaxed. Right. Okay. Starting the second half. No changes because we've scored 2 goals. And if we can score 2 goals, it means we can score another 2. That makes it 4-3. Ignore the fact that they scored 3 against us. I think I need to inject my keeper with some steroids or something because he's so flimsy and just flails at everything. Meerkat's having a shocker, as is Kontrachuk as well. So we'll do that. I think, will he play better as a second shadow striker? No, but Kochekov will play better as an advanced playmaker. Medvedev is playing terribly, but I haven't got a replacement for him. I can't wait to get him out. He's definitely a weak link in the team. And do you know what? Marching up can have. I know. He scored 2. I know Askinakov has scored 2, but let's get some perspective here. If we get some fresh legs on to get an equaliser, it's going to take away the fact that I took him off a hat-trick opportunity. As it stands, we're 12th. Martinyuk. Ball comes across. Damn. That was like slow motion. Maybe it's because I've actually just slowed it down a little bit. But it felt like it was a lot more like I was hearing Chariots of Fire in my head. I think we may just have to concede here. But let's take the positives out of something. Unlucky. Take the positives. 3-2 at home against top of the league is not too shabby. Not too shabby, Alonso. So don't be too hard on the team, I agree. It's alright, that was, boys. That was fine. So yeah, I think we'll leave it there. I'm going to consider that a pretty half decent video. It's a shame that I couldn't keep the winning form going, but you know, 4 wins out of 5, considering that before that I had 1, 2, 3, 4 wins altogether, just shows what a difference that this tactic has made. So yeah, over the moon. Still some areas that I want to improve, like the left back for one. My centre back needs to grow as well, but it wasn't the worst debut. I know we conceded 3, but it was against top of the league. I have bought in some deadwood now as well, so there's a few midfielders that I don't really think are going to have much of a future here. Droyschluk's going to come back in as well. And yeah, so thanks again for watching. Again, really appreciate it if you have any comments or queries to make. You know, really appreciate you watching these videos, and I'll see you in the next one.